Yeah, okay, gentlemen. Welcome back again to my YouTube channel. It's Saturday, the 29th of September. Oh, God. The 29th of November, 2024. And just like that, the year is almost coming to an end. Look, just the other day was January. And before we knew it, we are here. December is here. How are you all doing? It's a Friday, actually. Probably most of you, it's a weekend now. You're looking at a very long weekend where you don't know what you'll be doing. Some of you will just be chilling at home. Some of you will just be doing nothing. I don't know what you guys will be doing. Some of you will be watching a movie. Some of you are going out with your family members. Some of you are just staying indoors. Some of you are going to play golf. Some of you are going to visit your parents if you live in the same town with them. Or you're going to now take seriously that course that you promise yourself that you'll be doing. All those things are the things that you'll be doing in the weekend. How's your week been? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. What have you been up to? Have you achieved the goals that you did set for yourself, or you haven't? If you haven't, the question is, this mic is in the wrong position. Ruining my introduction. Anyway, you can just put it there. Right there. Yeah. So how's your weekend? What have you, what are you doing? Some of you will want to finish the courses that you've been doing. Some of you will want to focus on developing and making yourself become a better person. So it's all entirely up to you now. You decide what you're going to do with your weekend. For me, over this weekend, I'll be on my way to Canterbury and Bristol, and then I'll come back home. So I'll just be enjoying that long, almost 5.5 hours drive. Yeah, enjoy England. Drive during the day, and before 4 o'clock, I stop and I relax. Some of you are going to drink beers with your friends. I wish that was me many, many days ago when I still used to enjoy a lot of beers. Nowadays, I was like, that's no longer for me. So I get just to stay sober and relax. So that was just the recap to all my returning viewers. I give you a salute. That's a Major General salute. All of you are my generals. I salute you. What are we doing here today? What conversation are we having here today? And before we even think of the conversation that we are having here today, how do you live with people? How do you live with the people that you work with? How do you live with the people that you interact with on a day-to-day basis? Do you treat them as your fellow great human beings? Or if you're the manager, do you treat them like rubbish pieces of shit? If this is you who treats the people that you work with as a piece of shit, now it's the weekend. Try and be a little bit different. Be friendly. You can be tough and still be friendly, or be respectful to the people that are below you. Because anyway, bro, you never know who will come to your rescue when things are not going your way, bro. And the least amount of the least of the people that you think will come to your rescue, bro, someone that you didn't even expect, that's the person that will come to your rescue. So at your workplace, when you go back to your works on Monday, please make sure you become the positive light to the people that you meet out here in the world, because it's a crazy world. It's a very crazy world. And now going back to the weekend thing, what are the things that you are what are your, when I say last, I'm talking of the LUST. What are the things that you have a lot of lust for? But for some people, their biggest lust is women. For some men, for them, it's just women. Bro, where there is women, these men will be there. They will be there wiping up their sides and hovering around all these women. Are you able to control your lust? Bro, one of my biggest lust was, and it's still, I mean, I'm still struggling with it, is meat. Bro, anywhere there is meat, count me in. I cannot afford to be a vegetarian. I cannot afford to go on vegan and all that. Anyone that enjoys that, that's up to them. But for me, one of the biggest things that I lust for the most is meat. Bro, I eat meat like there's no tomorrow. Are you able to control your lust? At least mine. And mine, I enjoy it every day. Every day I eat it. But you now, if your lust is women, can you go for a day without one? 2, 3, 1 week, 1 month without one? And I'm not saying that women are bad people. Or for some women, even these women, their big lust is men. Bro, some women will just want to be around men. Are you able to control your lust? Or are you the kind of person that when your lust kicks in, you just go with it all the way down the drain? So it's entirely up to you now to decide where your lust is going to lead you. Personally, I think mine is almost coming to be under control there. I can control my lust. I know, yes, I can deal with things like this and like that and like that and be able to manage it. But for you now, who's listening to me, are you able to control your lust? Or you're just there? For me, I've been able to control mine for over a very, very long period of time. And yeah, I control my lust easily. But are you able to control yours? Maybe now that's something that you should start crafting and start working on that. Okay, how can I control my lust? Maybe if you're an alcoholic, how can I control my lust with alcohol? Okay, this day I can do this day I can do this. And then you start just putting order in your life. Because anyway, at the beginning of the year, you probably said, I will stop drinking alcohol. But did you stop? Or if you enjoyed it, did you at least reduce the amount of it? Bro, I remember 2 or 3 years ago, I would drink. If you go on my Instagram, I don't post that much, but if you scroll down to the early pictures of 2020, bro, you'll see me at 3:30 in the morning under the stairs. I was living with a bunch of drunk individuals. These people are having beers for breakfast in my first year in campus. Bro, these people, we were having beer in the morning, beer during lunchtime, and beer during dinner time. All the time we were just enjoying our beers. So at 3 in the morning, I'll just be under the stairs at the University of Kent. That's the university that I went to. And for me, it must have been very, very interesting because in my first year, that was during the lockdowns, the pandemic. I was living with Italians. I was living with people from Germany. I was living with 2 German girls, very amazing people. I lived with 1 Spaniard. She was also an amazing person, but very controlling. Then I had Italians, and I had one half Somali, and I don't know where the rest of her came from anyway. And then there was me, and I found myself and there was 1 English girl. Bro, in that apartment, what we'll do is during the weekdays, everyone is busy. Sometimes we are not even meeting in the kitchen. But as soon as Thursday evening reach, bro, here we are. And what are we doing? We'll come to the university. I mean, we lived on campus anyway, so we didn't have that much going on. So we'll meet in the kitchen, and what are we doing? Whoever is responsible for cleaning the kitchen, they will clean the kitchen very nicely, and then now we'll start planning on what to be done. Bro, it was the most epic moment. So you go for shopping. The Italians were cooking pasta for us. The Germans were making some stollen or whatever thing that They made very good soup. They were very good at making this soup. And then for me, I was like, you guys, I don't know how to cook. I pretended because I was lazy as fuck when it comes to cooking. No, for me, I just pretended that I told them, you guys, I do not know how to cook. However, I can and I will and I must do the cleaning of the dishes. So all these people will go there and eat. Then they're like, hey, what are we drinking tonight? This one says, I'm coming with a box of beer. The other one, another box, another box. I'll come with wine. I'll come with whiskey. I'll come with rum. I'll come. Bro, by the time we're all congregating in the kitchen around 9 o'clock, bro, probably will eat around 7 or 8. And from then we'll play cards, drink, and have fun. Bro, I think it must have been my best year at the university. And of course, we lived with someone else that was just that introverted person that never talked to anyone. They were just in their own world. There's people like that also. But bro, we'll have fun, drink with them, sometimes go to bed at 6 in the morning. I remember one day, bro, I'd drunk some alcohol. Oh shit. Bro, it was so bad to the point that I went, and for me, wine has never really been my thing. Wine has been this mic of mine. Oh shit! Don't touch it. Somewhere very close to me. I'll put it right there. So for me, wine was never really a big thing because wine gives me the craziest hangover of them all. This was in 2020, bro. I drank the first glass, the second after mixing all the other drinks that I told you earlier. I had mixed all of them. And then I went to my room. I said to the guys there, you guys excuse me, let me just go to my room. Bro, I went to my room, my small room. Whoever's gone to the University of Kent, they know Darwin College. I live there. The poorest place where people can live on campus. I was broke as fuck anyway. So I was in there and went down to the sink that was in my room. Bro, I vomited almost my life down that sink. And that was the last time that I said, no, never again I'll become a fan of wine. And I completely stopped drinking wine. Completely. Though I came back to it later on, but no, it's never been. I mean, I think after me vomiting from drinking wine, that was the last straw of it. And ever since, I was like, yeah, enough of it. Bro, if then I was unable to control the lust that I had for alcohol. Bro, you also can control the lust that you have because shit. Uh, the life at university is just something that I find very, very fascinating and amazing at the same time because if you live that life without this fun, and then you went to university just for nothing. For nothing. Anyway, by the time I was going into my second year and my final year, I never lived on campus ever since. Though during my final year, I was staying with a friend, still on campus, but I was staying with a friend, and that also was also a whole different story. I was still in my undergrad. I had friends in their postgrad studies, and it was just fun. These guys will drink, and drink. To be honest, I really had my very good time at that university, the University of Kent. I had an amazing time there. But what do you guys think of this statement? Embarrassment can last for a day, but the regrets will last for a lifetime. I know what you guys think of it. Embarrassment can last for a day, but the regrets will last a lifetime. What do you guys think of that? So, if you're embarrassed about something, then definitely it's something that you'll be hiding yourself doing. But then you keep on doing it in private. However, take an example now of someone who decides, I'll use myself as an example here. You decide, I'll start from the very bottom and start building something. Is it a business that you want to start building? You start building it. Is it a skill that you want to start learning? You start it. Is it a YouTube channel, just like myself? If you're watching me on YouTube, that you want to start doing, you start there. Do you think you will start with 100 subscribers? Or do you think you'll start with 0 subscriber? 0. And probably by the time you're posting a video, you're just there sitting and wondering, okay, 0 people have watched my videos. Bro, you should see me when the first viewer watches my video on any social media platform. Bro, that thing gives me a lot of happiness. I'm like, one person came back to watch my channel. It's so embarrassing in a world where comparison is just all over the place. And now you're so much afraid to start something because you're like, oh no, why would I start from the ground? And bro, there's no house that has ever been built rooftop going downwards. None that you know of has ever been built rooftop going downwards. All the houses that you'll ever see in the world, they start from the bottom, going right there. All of them. So I actually think this embarrassment of you, if you're afraid of starting from the very bottom, bro, you never know. You never know who would look at your craft, who would look at the things that you do, and they'd be like, this is exactly what we have been looking for. You'll never know, bro. So don't ever sit down there and just start thinking, oh, yes, I need to start big. Bro, there's nothing that starts big. Think, there's a guy that is on YouTube that asks people, excuse me, sir, when did you become a billionaire? I'm sure some of you have seen this guy. So do you guys think that this guy, when he started, he just started and he was like, I'll start with a huge following? No. So if you are in your craft, stay in your craft to the point that everything else will come and find you right there in your craft. Because anyway, eventually they do. Now imagine you are there. You have this massive ability for you to, let's say, to do maybe a podcast, for you to maybe to show people how to cook very quick meals, and that they can cook within 10 minutes and they go to work. You have now this craft for you to do all these things. And then you're like, I'm embarrassed. I don't want to post a video for 20 hours and I only have 3 viewers. Who hasn't been there? Bro, I posted a video on this YouTube channel. And for the very first 20 minutes, 20 hours, I only had 4 views. Now imagine if I was someone that was a person that gives up. Now I could have said, no, I don't want to do this because it's not working for me. Then I live with regret for the rest of my life here on earth, just because I was like, yeah, no one is watching my videos. And the other day I was having a conversation with my friend, very good friend of mine, Andrew Kibe, very close friend of mine. And the conversation that me and him were having, I said to him, bro, finally I've decided to start my podcast and my conversations online. He was like, Chris, if you decide to start it, don't ever stop it. This is someone who has thousands, almost in the millions of followers on all these social media platforms combined. But he told me, the day that you decide to start this craft, bro, you can never be able to let this craft go. And do it even more on the days that you don't feel like doing it. I was like, hey, bro, what do you mean do it on the days that I don't feel like doing it? Because anyway, most of the people that listen to me, they're like, or most of the people, they think, today I don't feel like doing it. Today I don't feel like working out. Today I don't feel like writing. Today I don't. You'll never feel like doing it. You'll definitely never feel like doing these things. But with you being consistent with the things that you know, this is what I want to do, and start doing it now and immediately, you can never regret that shit. You will never, because anyway, remember, embarrassment lasts just for one day. But the regret of you knowing, I could have achieved this, I could have achieved this, bro, this is something that will live with you for the rest of your life. So I suggest actually it's better for you now to decide, okay, it's either I'm going to live like this or I'm going to suffer like this. Bro, for me, I'll rather live my life with embarrassment every day of starting over and over and over again. I've had a couple of my businesses failure. Actually, two of them have failed. Two businesses that I worked, I put my money in it, and they failed. But if tomorrow I have kids, do you think I'll start going to my kids and start crying, oh, I'm like this, you need to help me and all this nonsense? No. I'm a man. Am I reach out to a brother? Am I reach out to a friend? I need help. And probably they will come to my rescue. But the one thing that I know I'm most definitely not going to do is me crying to those ones that comes from me, that, oh no, I didn't do this because of this. So I'd rather be embarrassed for it another day and start another business. So even you, if any one of you that is listening to me today, or whenever you get to listen to this podcast, the day you just start your podcast and you've been consistent on it for 2 weeks. How many weeks? Just 2 weeks. Come to me here, and I will urge my lovely subscribers to come to your podcast and subscribe there. So whoever is listening to me here today, and you feel like there's something that you really have to start working on today, here's your time. Start doing it right now. And see, bro, you start something today, it might even look like it's not even working. It's not, bro, you try left, right, and center, nothing is adding up. Adjust, readjust, and readjust again. But one thing that you cannot afford to do is to let that project go to ground zero. That one is a non-negotiable. So it's very much okay for you to decide now today, okay, I choose an embarrassment of today than a lifetime of regret. Just that. Just that. And see how your life will transform completely. Completely, your life is going to transform. And as I think of something else that I was thinking about today, when I was at work. Because anyway, I'm making this recording. I went to work in the morning and I came back in the evening. And now I said, okay, let me come in very quickly and make this video. And as I think today, should a man surround himself with people who hate the opposite gender? Now, like me and my brothers, should I surround myself with people who completely hate women, or should I surround myself with people who are very open to the other gender to be around them? Because anyway, with all the red pill nonsense that is going on around the world, most men now are thinking, okay, it's better for me to surround myself with men who hate women. I don't know what you guys think. Should you surround yourself with a man that hates, or with men, or even women that hate fellow women, or should you surround yourself with a very positive people? Yeah, so I was talking about you gentlemen, and I was saying about avoiding these people who hate the opposite sex. If you find a man that is very, very detestful and hates women in general, bro, that's someone that you should also avoid completely. Probably they belong to the group that have taken over the alphabet, or they are bitter and they're also capable of hurting women. And I'm not saying that women are not incapable of hurting men. No, far from that. I'm not saying that, far from that. But if you find yourself in a circle where men with brothers who, or with women who hate men and men who hate women, no, avoid those people at all costs, because these are the people that are more than happy to completely bring you down. You should never, ever think of having these people in your circle. Just the same way, you should never, ever take advice from this old, grumpy, sad, depressed people. If you meet someone that is old, they've ticked one box. Depressed, another box. Sad, another box. Angry, another box. And rude. Bro, stay away from those people. Because what all these people are going to do in their groups or in their cocoons is they are going to infect you with their negative energy. But bro, if you meet an old man that is, let's say, maybe in their 70s or in their 80s, and you are just having a conversation with them, and they seem like they're just happy because anyway, they took their chances at life. Bro, people who never took their chances at life are the most bitter and resentful people they will ever meet on the face of the earth. Some of them, you're working with them, and you can see by the time it's a tea break, they're already grumpy. They don't even want to be there. Bro, I worked in one place before the place that I'm working on. And my manager, this guy was 70, and the guy is still kicking. He was the accountant of the place. Bro, this guy, he had planned his life carefully. The job was was doing very well for him. The children are all married, and the girls are married, the boys have married, and bro, they all had their life just set. And now the man was just all alone in his house in West London. Beautiful house. Has a couple of Range Rovers and very, very good cars. But this guy, anytime I met him in the corridor, I know it was time for a banter. And either he will tell me, young man, when I was your age, this is exactly how much I was running. I will run, I will work. I was still working in the restaurants in India and all these things. And now he's in London with the house that he's paid for, with everything. Now he's just happy, not grumpy. He's not like them, the ones that you'll meet and they are angry at you for no reason. Bro, every time I met him, and sometimes he will stop for a minute and he'll be like, young man, take a break. Make sure you go home and relax. But bro, if you ever find yourself in an environment of old, grumpy, miserable, rude, and people who complain about everything, or people who want everything should just come and fall at their desk, no, stay away from those people, because anyway, what they are doing is they're going to steal all the possible joy that you have in you. So I actually suggest it's much better for you to avoid these people. And because anyway, also when you're meeting these old people, most of them, their unhappiness comes from them lacking a purpose. So they're working in jobs that they don't want to work in. They're doing things that they don't enjoy to do anymore. Probably at home they have a wife and the family that does not respect them. They don't want. I mean, they just work and exist in the world just for the sake of living. And that's why you find that they are grumpy, they're depressed, they're rude, they look at young people and they're like, I wish I was them. And this will take me back to the same point that I mentioned earlier on when I was saying it is much better. It is way better for you to face the embarrassment today and then enjoy the lifetime of you just being chilled. You're now living your life, you're relaxed, you don't have many things. I mean, you're not worried about many things. But bro, people who never take chances in life are the most depressed and miserable people. And then when you meet them, I mean, they make you even feel bad for being young, and you're like, what the fuck is wrong with this? Like for me, I worked in another place. Bro, I've worked in many places. I mean, I don't sign contracts. I only work as an agency guy, bro. And in almost these agencies, they get to send you almost every other place. So I met this guy. He will just be grumpy in the morning. I'm like, one day I asked him, bro, how's your wife? And the brother was like, Chris, I don't live with my wife. I was like, oh, you don't live with your wife? No, I don't live with my wife. My wife is somewhere else. I was like, oh, okay, very interesting. So why are you always grumpy in the morning? I just did ask him that. He looked at me, he's like, Chris, you can avoid doing this. You can avoid being grumpy when you get to my age, young man. Take your chances at life now. Bro, that was the greatest advice that this man gave me. Take your chances at life now. Because anyway, it doesn't come twice. Bro, it will never, should never, must never, can never come twice. And I was like, oh, okay. Now I see why you're always grumpy. And it's just because you never really took your chances at life. And now here you are, trying to give me all the reasons why. It is what it is, mate. Brothers, it is what it is. Let's learn to take our chances at life early enough. It's a Saturday anyway. It's a Friday. The week has just finished. What else are we doing? What else? Are we continuing another weekend as we go into the next year, being very much addicted to comfort? Or is 2025 year, 2025 now be the year that you say, okay, enough of with my comfort, enough with me being a couch potato, enough of me being a Netflix guy, enough of me watching cartoons, enough of me begging girls to be in a relationship with me, and now let me just face life as it is. Is that the case? If that's the case, then I strongly invite you here today to become part of this wave, the wave that accepts that comfort has not taken me anywhere in 2024. Do you have to work 2 jobs for you to fulfill your dreams a little bit quicker? And maybe. Do you have, bro? Don't ever compare yourself with the people who are very older than you. No, don't. Because anyway, they understand more tricks to make money that you cannot understand at the moment. If you are maybe between the age of 25 and maybe 40, bro, I'll strongly encourage you. Take chances, as many chances as you can possibly get. If it's you working 2 jobs, work them. If you work 2 jobs and then you are able to pay all your bills and everything that you need, do it. Because anyway, that chance will never, ever come back again. And that's why, you see, most people stay in the cycle of poverty, not because they want to stay in that cycle of poverty. No. Most people stay in the cycle of poverty because they have come to terms with the idea that they can always make the money. But the younger you are, the more chances you stand for you to make this more money. I completely agree with that. But however, as you get older, your energy levels start to decrease and your productivity also decreases. Some people have money just as a result of them being strong and young. But as you get older, like for me, I'm okay. I can work 50, 60, 100 hours a week. If I wanted to, I can. But for someone who's, let's say, 60, 61, 62, or even 50, bro, for a 50-year-old man, by the time they're finishing maybe 60 hours, maybe maximum 40 or 60 hours a week, they're already completely tired. So that's why it's so important for us to learn this weekend, to reflect on these words this weekend. I feel like I'm a preacher now. To reflect on these words during this weekend. How are we going to get out of our comfort zone? How? Is it debts that you have? Yeah, get a second job and pay the debts that you have. Pay the money that you owe other people. Bro, a debt, even if it's 5 or 10 years old, try to find a way now to pay that debt. I'm not saying about the money or the government, because anyway, it's your money. No, I'm not saying about that. I'm saying if you went to a brother, you borrowed money, yeah, make sure you return it. Just try to be a good person. Because anyway, there aren't so many left in the world. So by you becoming the person that you know you're supposed to become, it sets you apart from the masses. You become different from the masses. And you will never be able to look at yourself again in the same manner. No. And then someone is saying here, I can see someone saying here, life doesn't get easier. You just get stronger. And that's true. That's very true. But I mean, you are stronger now that you are young. You're in your 30s, 40s. Yeah, you're stronger. So maybe I'll dare say, as you age, life will get easier. If you find yourself on a trajectory where you are aging and your life is becoming more and more difficult, yeah, you can reach out to me. Reach out to me on my Instagram. Send me a message. I check that very, very regularly. Or if you want to reach out to me just for a conversation, I don't charge that much money. Reach out for a conversation. Yeah, let me know. Yeah, Chris, I would like to have a brother to brother conversation. Yeah, reach out to me and we can discuss. I will not really charge you that much money because anyway, sometimes I don't even want your money. Just reach out to me. Oh, Chris, I want to have a conversation one on one with you. For now, yes, there's few of us here, so reach out to me when you want to have a conversation with me. We'll do it free of charge. Arrange for a Zoom call meeting, and then let's figure things out. Because anyway, when one of you succeed, bro, if this channel will just change the life of one person, I'll stop doing this. Just one. If I can impact the life of one person, bro, I will have done enough. And I'll be more than happy to say I achieved my goal. So, brothers, as you age, life should get easier. You cannot get stronger in your 70s than what you are in your 50s. No, you cannot. It's virtually impossible. So, as you age, you're stronger. Also, your strength also decreases. So, you should be very much aware of that on this weekend. It's a very beautiful weekend. To be honest, yeah, I've been very, very exhausted, but it's not the end of the world anyway. So I'm still here. So I come from work, I'm doing this, and after this, I have to prepare my own meals to eat and to run my errand. I mean, to do my house chores before I retire to bed. Gentlemen, it's been a very amazing interest I've personally enjoyed. So if you've also enjoyed this conversation, at whichever time that you're watching it, if you've enjoyed it, please don't forget to give me a like, subscribe, share this video with someone who might want to hear whatever thing that we post here. To most of my subscribers, thank you very much. Some of you are still returning. And those who haven't subscribed, please, please, give me those numbers. Of course, I'm saying I'm not doing this for fun. I'm just doing this so that maybe one day, whether I'm here or I'm not here, who knows? Nobody knows their time nor their hour. But I'm doing this so that one day a brother will come here and say, yeah, the message was there. For me, I'm not doing this for today. No. Whatever thing that I'm doing here today, bro, I'm doing it for the years to come. And that's how you should also be seeing things. Whenever you're doing something, whether it's a course that you're learning, whether it's a skill that you're learning, whether it's a podcast that you're starting, bro, these things will live on the internet forever. They will never, ever disappear. Unless maybe one day YouTube decides now to shut down all the things. But so long as the internet exists, this here same conversation, maybe not my face, maybe not my my channel, but my voice shall forever be here with you. I will forever be here with you all, enjoying the time, having fun here, brother to brother conversation. Bro, if there's anything that motivates me to do this every other day, is my commitment and my appreciation for my brothers. I don't do it for me. It's not. I'm just a messenger who comes and passes the message. Some of the message I pass, I have read. Some of them I have listened to. I listen to podcasts. I don't just post things. I also listen to podcasts as well. So all these things that we are having here, bro, they are not just for me. It is for all of you. All of you. All of you. And my people, the general salutes. I'll see you in the next video, which will be coming out on the today's Friday, so it should be coming out on Sunday evening. I'll see you all in the next one.